Ah, lol. Ah. Ach, in dem anderen Video. Ah, hier wird es gebaut. Cool. Dann schauen wir uns das halt direkt mal an. Das andere kann warten.
MrBeast hit 50 million subscribers recently, so I surprised him with a custom-built 50 million play button. Now, I know I'm not supposed to give my opinion, but this is objectively the best play button ever created. We used gold, titanium, the oldest meteorite ever recorded. This was by far the most difficult and expensive project I've ever done, but it was worth it to see the reactions of MrBeast and his team. By the way, I'm editing this in Filmora 10. They helped make this video possible, but instead of reading off an ad, I'm just going to edit the video in their program, and if you like what you see, go check them out in the description below. It's free to try, and if you want to make videos, it's a great place to start. I'm a 3D artist, and I really enjoy his videos, so I thought I'd pay it forward and design him a custom 50 million subscriber play button, just like the ones awarded to PewDiePie and T-Series in the past. Even though there's not much of a chance that MrBeast will see this, hello there. It turns out there was a chance of MrBeast seeing it. Millions of views, every YouTuber in the world commenting their support, people sending their resumes in my email, over 10,000 comments, 4,000 notifications, all over this single comment. So there's a couple problems with this. I think he might be joking. I don't build stuff ever. And I'm pretty sure this design is physically impossible to make, but those are just minor inconveniences. MrBeast asked for it and he was gonna get it. I just didn't know how yet. I almost worked with a few different people, but as soon as we realized just how difficult this would be, everything fell through. I was all alone. Then I got a call from someone named Tristan who makes knives for a living and knows how to make Damascus steel. We decided to make the award together and do everything we could to deliver it to MrBeast in person.
Ganz. Erstens, wie kann er erwarten, dass MrBeast das nicht sehen wird? Weil der ist jetzt auch nicht gerade ein kleiner YouTuber. Hier zum Beispiel, der hat über 800, fast 900.000 Abonnenten. Also, das hätte MrBeast definitiv gesehen, das hätte man auch damit erwarten können. Außerdem, geil, dass er ein Playbutton jetzt auch baut. Das finde ich auf jeden Fall geil. Und ich bin echt gespannt, wie MrBeast darauf reagiert.
So I headed straight to Arizona with the sole purpose of making this design into reality. We decided to build the award in 4 separate pieces: the head, the tower, the ribbons, and the base. We'd use custom forged Damascus steel for the face, except the eyeball, which is a fragment of the oldest meteorite ever found. It could be in a museum right now, or it could be in MrBeast's face. Now for the ribbons. Anyone who values their time and sanity could 3D print them, but unfortunately I just booked...
Hatte er vorher nicht, er war bei unter 100.000. Echt? Also ist er dann durch MrBeast erst so hochgeschossen? Aber das ist insane.
A one-way flight because of a YouTube comment. Do I look like the type of... Okay, hear me out. Titanium bars. Heat them up. Bonk the shape into them. I have a major problem. Everything in between now and then was still very unclear. We didn't even have our aluminum blocks yet, so we started on the face. Damascus steel is made by stacking up different types of steel, forging them together, and etching it away in dangerous acid to reveal the specific pattern. Wait, what? We didn't have a forge press, so Tristan welded a flat piece onto a log splitter and used that to flatten the steel. What could possibly go wrong?
Ui. Ist einiges schief gegangen.
As we were wrapping up the Damascus, the aluminum blocks finally arrived so we could get started on the main part of the award. We wanted to use CNC milling to cut the shape of the pieces we needed, but none of the CNC companies would call us back. That's when we met Micah, who builds supercars and is one of the best welders in Arizona. He had a CNC mill in his shop that he was willing to rent out with just one problem. He doesn't know how to use it either. So I got to learn CNC machining from scratch. I spent the whole night watching YouTube and I thought I had it figured out, so we gave it a try the following morning. So this is where the project starts to get really expensive, so I wanted to thank Filmora 10 one more time. Also, they're giving away a free camera and other prizes for their Travel Anywhere challenge if you want to enter. A lot of programs are very difficult to learn, and that is one thing that I appreciate about Filmora 10 is that it's super streamlined and eases people into it. Green screens, effects, transitions, everything I just showed takes about 2 or 3 clicks. It's really not that complicated. What is complicated is CNC machining, but even though I literally had a Red Bull night of experience, I was confident that we were going to make this. I'm pretty sure that drill's supposed to be spinning. So that went smoothly. Now let's jump straight from wood to metal using a way bigger end mill. What could possibly go wrong? Quick safety disclaimer. Nothing that we did in this video was a good idea. Please don't try to replicate anything. So what happened next was when we could have died for a MrBeast trophy. You ever just question your life? Even though we slowed down the speed by like 10 times, the end mill caught the metal at a weird angle when it was finishing up and literally ejected this 80-pound block of aluminum out of the front of the machine. We found afterward that the vise was not properly secured to the table, causing it to rattle loose. If you use a machine like this, always inspect the equipment and use proper safety gear so stuff like this doesn't happen to you. After about a week of CNC work, we gradually figured it out. We were mentally incapacitated, but we had the major details cut into the metal, and that's what really matters. But to cut the outlines out, we had to use a water jet. Finding a company for this is even harder, but we finally got a hold of one and even got to demo the machine. Now, a water jet is a big mommy machine that needs actually experienced people to use it, so we couldn't just Red Bull our way through this one. The base was easy enough, we got that back pretty quickly. But then we got to the tower and head part. What could possibly... We ended up having to spend 2 whole weeks on file back and forth, machine problems, and things like that. It was pretty cool to watch it actually cut though. The good news is the waiting game is over. The bad news is it's completely ruined and we have to start over. It's almost possible to convey the level of disappointment that we experienced after this, but just like before, we didn't quit. New plan, we'll order new aluminum, except it's pre-cut into the shape of the face. We'll cut the details onto it after the outline is there. And while the aluminum is shipping, we'll make a box for the award, kind of like the one PewDiePie got. The hardest part was actually picking what type of wood to use, because the wood store never ends.
Also wir stecken tatsächlich wirklich sehr viel Arbeit da rein, das halt wirklich so genau, so detailgetreu zu machen, wie das halt wirklich 3D modelliert wurde. Da selbst die Strukturen Aluminium reingemacht haben und das Ganze und puh. Also auf jeden Fall Respekt, dass der das quasi so zum ersten Mal so gesehen macht und dass er direkt wirklich so viel Arbeit reinsteckt. Also ich hätte, glaube ich, habe gesagt so, fuck it, wir machen einfach irgendeinen Scheiß.
We've been in here for an hour. Yep, that's the one.
Geile Chest. Übertreibt ja mal komplett eure Lage. Die machen dann noch so ein kleines YouTube-Logo rein. Ja, wie viel Arbeit stecken die da rein? Wie viel Detailarbeit einfach da drin steckt? Ey, ich wäre viel zu faul für sowas gewesen.
The box was looking amazing, but we completely forgot about the ribbons.
Out of all the metals I've sanded and polished, this titanium sheet was by far the hardest, and I really don't want to do it again.
For the face pieces, we have Damascus steel and titanium Damascus. We cut them out using a plasma cutter and then ground them down to fit the face. Now all we have left is coloring and polishing. To polish metal, first you gotta make sure the surface is lubricated. First you gotta make sure the surface is lubricated. Next you gotta get some sandpaper. Next you gotta get a drill. After sanding, you take it to a buffing wheel, and so now we gotta give these ribbons the MrBeast colors. Now, anyone who values their time and sanity would just paint it, but instead I spent the day learning science and mixing chemicals so we could dunk it in Gatorade and electrocute the color into it.
Rinse it.
Cool. Wozu Farben verwenden, wenn man einfach mit Elektrizität einfach die Farbe da rein brennen kann?
Oh my... You know, just 2 months ago I was laughing at Funny Mario on this channel. How exactly did we come to this? We anodized all the titanium pieces this way. The results... But for the Damascus steel, it doesn't quite work that way. We did find a way using a blowtorch and hydrochloric acid, but it was really difficult to get even, so we just used an airbrush for that part. Finally, we dipped the meteorite eyeball in etching acid, and we had all the parts ready to go. We used a hydraulic jack to smash the pieces into the face so they'll never come out. Hey, that reminds me of something else you could use a hydraulic jack to we just hit the subscribe button. For some final touches, we hand engraved a gold-plated YouTube logo on the box, made a nice interior with buffalo leather, steel rods, foam, engraved a plate with the names of his team. After some final shots for Instagram, follow my Instagram by the way, the award is finally done, but before we deliver it, I want to make sure we get approval from the best of the best. Yeah, let me put you on speaker. How do I do that? There you go. Alright, say something.
I'm just kidding.
Oh my. So this was the original design? And then here it is.
Okay, das sieht auf jeden Fall mega sick aus.
Oh my gosh, dude. That looks amazing.
The main body is aluminum, and then the face, that's Damascus steel. And then inside the bolt and stuff, that's titanium Damascus.
So
This
wild,
is a vinyl
so krank.
sticker.
This is way better than I was expecting. I mean, I had faith in you, of course, but like,
All lacquered up and good to go. You ready?
yeah. Whoa, oh my gosh. Good grief, man. That is incredible.
Now for the hard part, getting in touch with MrBeast. We outlined every point of contact we could think of. We had NASA working around the clock. Well, that's convenient. Now for the actual hard part, bringing a 140-pound, 2x2 foot thick award across the entire country. We could ship it, but it's too heavy. We could carry it on a plane, but it's too big. We could buy an extra plane ticket so it could sit on the seat next to us on the flight, but that'd be kind of ridiculous. That's the last thing we want to do.
Einfach Preise gehen mit dem
And so
Paket.
we made it. We're finally going to deliver this project we had invested our souls into. And to think that it all would have never happened if MrBeast hadn't left that single comment on my video. And you commented on that video saying, now build it and send it to me.
I did.
This is the real version of what was in that video.
Wow.
And
So if I didn't leave that comment, would you have actually made it?
no.
17 inches tall, weighing over 100 pounds. This award, so not including the crate, the award is 100 pounds.
Yeah.
What? You know what's funny? YouTube isn't sending us a 50 million award. They said they're not doing it anymore.
You're
So
welcome.
I know. I'm glad you guys stepped in.
I don't want to be like the opposite of humble. I don't know what that word is.
Be it. Brag. Let it out.
I think this is going to be better than whatever YouTube would do.
Oh, of course.
All right.
Months of your life.
That's right.
All this effort and time and money. Let's see what he created. Let's do this. Holy crap. Oh yeah, I feel like, let me move this out the way real quick. Can someone shine a light on it? I want to see, Chris, yeah, that's what I wanted to see. When you shine light on it, it reflects so nicely.
Yeah, that's like the name.
Oh snap.
That's like the names of people we could find that like were part of your channel.
Helping.
Even Chandler's dad's in there.
That's amazing.
So is Zach.
Where do you recommend? Oh wow, this thing is thick.
Alright, you can just set it.
Okay.
Grab it on the bottom with one hand. Yes, sir. There you go.
box.
I'm gonna close it.
Alright.
Hold on, no.
Where's that? Dang, this thing's heavy. Yeah. Oh. Holy crap.
And
I'm out of breath from lifting it. They're not joking. It's 100 pounds.
a story about the
insane.
eyeball here. So take a look at that. So
Yeah.
that eyeball is the oldest meteorite ever recorded. What? It
Wait,
survived 4 ice ages on Earth.
Is the oldest.
How'd you get your hands on it?
I have my ways.
All right, fair enough. I'm guessing that means don't ask any more questions.
No more questions.
Mr. B6000, oh, his random videos are the name of the game. Some might say they're a ticket to fame.
Das ist auf jeden Fall krass, was da rauskam.
May not make sense, but we all get a laugh at their expense. Mr. Beast, oh, Mr.
Use that sound effect.
Thanks again to Full10. If you want to make videos like this one, check out the link in the description. Here's the next video. Please watch it. Thank you very much.
Das ist auf jeden Fall dieser Song. Like, auf jeden Fall. Übelst heftig. Das war übelst heftig. Alter, das Endprodukt. Besser, als ich je gedacht hätte. Nein, das war übelst krank. Übelst krank.